Yay! There's everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
Happy 420 day.
Happy. Yeah, it's 420 today, isn't it? Yeah, 420. Most of you guys are probably busy because it's 4 o'clock, so they're probably getting outside, getting ready for 420.
420 on 420.
So they're not going to tune in because I know there's a lot of guys actually that do that at 420 on 420. So, to answer the first question that's going to get asked, although I don't see a whole lot of our regulars, probably because they still think that we're doing it at 6. Because they didn't read. They didn't read. So, we seem to have... So, no, I'm getting echo of yours.
Of mine?
I'm hearing it from you.
That's not good.
Okay. Talk. See that? I hear it. Everybody else can hear it too. I know it. So the reason we're starting to gone now.
I blame my cat.
Blame your cat?
Yeah.
Silly cats. Anyways,
like,
the reason we changed up from 6 o'clock at night Western time to 4 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time, Western time, is because anybody who was tuning in from back east, the East Coast, they're 3 hours ahead. So when we started at 7 o'clock, which we were doing, we were starting at 7 o'clock. That was equivalent to starting at 10 o'clock at night for a lot of people, and they couldn't watch because they were already done. That was it for their day. They were pretty much finished, calling her quits. So this way, we're starting now at 7 o'clock Eastern time, which is a little bit more reasonable for some people, right? And then, filter its way down across from the insanity that is the time zones. So, let's get straight into the topic of today. 124 scale, micro scale, small stuff. Let's put this guy up here the right way. Let's go with it this way. Put you here. There we go.
There we go.
Why? Why? Really? Seriously, why?
I heard a rumor.
What's the big deal?
I heard a rumor somebody's having fun with it.
Fun?
Yeah. Maybe been crawling around Justice Park.
I don't know. Wait. Did I have fun with it? Yes. It wasn't this one, by the way. It was this one.
Wayne was telling me that after you got into it, after you figured out you had to drive around the leaves, around the pebbles.
Yeah, after I discovered that. Yeah, come on, man. Pebbles. I'm not lying to you. Pebbles, dude. Stopped this thing in its tracks. And Wayne is running. Wayne was running a truck like this guy, right? This is Maddox's, which the body's popping off here, but this is Maddox's. He's got the old googly eye thing going on with it, and he was driving his. So we've got a gambit of trucks here. I should maybe move this. Which way I gotta move? Oh man, I gotta move this further this way.
I'm just gonna say something here. For a guy that doesn't like the mini trucks, you sure have a horde of them.
Dude, I don't like nitros either, and I got 4 of them. What's your point? It's just one of those things I seem to collect and gather, and so I'm not done yet.
Wait, there's more.
There's more.
You have more mini trucks than some people have entire collections. Oh God. Wait for it. There's at least 2 more I know of you have.
Well, I mean, there's also this one that's not built.
The Betty.
Oh yeah, the Betty. Maddox has that in his room. And then this is the little drifter. Drift art. So, anyways, I'm trying to, and I'm still trying to. I'm having a hard time. I'm not. I'm in no way, shape, or form like even remotely impressed with their performance or their capabilities with any of them. And everybody gets into these thinking that they're going to be, good entry level, and they'll get you going, and they're cool, and blah blah blah. By the time you're done making one of these drivable, where it's actually comparable to a 1/10 scale,
is that even possible?
Right? Well, it is kind of possible, but you got to throw some money at them. But by the time you get to that point, pull that battery out so it closes. You have spent as much money on a 1/24 scale as you would have spent on an RTR off the shelf 1/10 scale, and you would have gotten, you would have been on the trail and doing the same type of crawling way, way, way before. That's my opinion. I know there's going to be guys out there that are 1/24 scale hardcore wannabes that just don't get it. I'm still really, really, really struggling to find the epicness of these. If that battery fits in there.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. You need a faster battery for this one. This is a rally, right? It's supposed to be fast.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not fast at all.
It's supposed to handle too, which probably doesn't.
No, it doesn't. So, I mean, we can go into some of these in different brands, and I don't have all of the brands here, but I do have a few. So this is a Charisma, this one here. So this little guy is a Charisma, and then you open it up, and this looks like something that you would find at Kmart or Walmart or whatever.
It really does.
This does not say hobby grade to me.
But can you get parts for it?
Yes.
So is that the factor that makes it hobby grade? Is that the fact that you can get parts?
I'm almost, with Amazon nowadays and the way things, Amazon and all these online, Banggood, Amazon, AliExpress, whatever the hell they are, all those different weird ones that you can get. Being able to get parts and classifying it as hobby grade, I think, are no longer the criteria. I think, personally, that the real true criteria of hobby grade is being able to upgrade it with higher performance parts. So yes, still be able to get parts, yes. But, like if the motor burns out in this thing, if the motor burns out in this thing, can I get a better motor? Can I upgrade the motor combo that's in here? Not that I've seen. This is a brushless combo that's in here. It comes with a nickel metal hydride battery, which is a joke. The body rub is terrible right out of the box. The wheels rub the fenders. It is rubbing right here. It's back here. It's rubbing back here. It's just not well put together, not well thought out, not well designed. Don't worry. I'm going to get to these guys. I'm just picking on this one first. Smaller than X-Max tire. You are 100% correct, sir. So, hey, Samba. I'm going to call you Samba because that's what it says on the screen. I'm going to ask you, is this a better time for you for us to actually be live now than you guys can tune in? Because that's what I was noticing from we were seeing future tune-ins after we'd already probably people watching the next day, probably because they couldn't get on the first time when we recorded. So if this is a better time for you, give me a thumbs up. Let me know.
So is that Losi similar in style?
This Losi?
On the inside, yeah.
Well, okay, so this Losi is quite a bit different. It is similar in style, you are right.
So it looks like all-in-one units in there.
It looks like an all-in-one unit. And
not possible to go left-handed? Or the
yeah, you
proper
can
hand?
go left-handed with this one. Because this is a DSM, so you could buy an older DSM radio that is left-handed compatible. Because this would bind with any of the older Spectrum radios, right?
Okay.
I'm going to turn this a bit because I keep on going the wrong direction there. Let's go over here more. There we go. So, but as you can see with this one, this has aluminum. I have all aluminum upgrades on the front of this, right? So this one's upgradable. This one we could make it go faster and make it impressive and fast.
Maybe.
This thing's stupid. This thing is stupid fast. If you really want to know, this one will run on 3S. This little stupid little, and it'll take out your shin. Anyways, but I can't get any parts for that guy anymore because it got discontinued. Then let's get into, this is another one. So I don't have, I have a Mini Z and I cannot figure out where the heck I put it. Somewhere in my hoard and I can't find it. But anyways, this is the Mini Z 4-wheel drive. In there. And as much as I like the clipless design, this body mount system is a little frustrating sometimes.
Well, you're stuck to that body only.
No, there are some other bodies they make. They just,
yeah,
they have, and it is a hard body. It's not a Lexan body. So that's a nice bonus as well. It has a few features to it. It's in the front here where the LED lights could go. You could pop these out. You could put an LED light in there. I don't think you could do it with the tail lights because the tail lights aren't there. Tail lights are in the bumper. There we go. Tail lights are in the bumper of this guy. Let's not hold it so close to the screen so it's not too blurry. See that? Wow. Okay. Yes, you're right. They sold better during COVID. Actually, yeah, that's kind of why I labeled this. What's the hype? What's the big deal? Because yeah, you're right. They did sell better during COVID lockdown, but they seem to still be carrying their momentum, and they're still selling, and they're still selling out in places. And I still get regular requests and people asking for different models all the time, and I can't get my head around it. I cannot. There are entire communities that love this scale and this size. When it comes to scaleness, I don't think it hits the mark. This one is probably, of all the ones we have here, it is the closest to looking scale because the wheels are smaller. But let's take a look at the, here's Deadbolt. Look at the size of the tire. Look at the tire comparison size. I got this closer to the camera. This is like, we're talking, the rim on this thing is almost the same size as the tire and wheel and tire in all combined. Then you've got, here's another SEX24.
So for me, hobby grade doesn't take AAA batteries or AA batteries.
I agree with that as well.
And this one here takes AA's.
This takes AAA's. You could swap it over and you can convert it over to take a lithium battery. I've seen it done. This takes AAA's. Now, at first I thought that's lame. I have put, I want to say, I haven't changed these batteries since I took it out of the box. This has never had the batteries changed, and I think we've probably got close to 6 hours of runtime on this right now.
Okay.
I'm pissing around with it. So it is lasting a really long time on very cheap. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, NXT brand batteries, but these were seriously.
Never heard of them.
I think I bought them at Superstore, a brick of like 50 of them. So they were dirt cheap, and it lasted forever.
And not very good quality, so I feel like a better quality battery in there is going to last a lot longer.
Yeah, right? So there's that. This receiver is FHSS, 2.4 gigahertz, Kyosho Mini Z, so it'll work with KO Propo. There's another transmitter brand out there. I can't remember. I think it might be... Who else does FHSS? Futaba, I think. Does it. Anyways, there's some stuff with this that is upgradable all from Kyosho. You can upgrade the motor. You can plug in light sets for it and stuff like that. If this was in a Mini Z, you could hook in a gyro to it and all this stuff. So yes, it does have some nice stuff in that way. So when it comes to scale appearance wise, I lean towards this guy. Now, I know there's guys out there that think that the new SEX24 Bronco with the hard body is scale and it's a way better performer and all that stuff. No, it's not, because it still has this size of rubber on it. And I don't care when you go to the lot and you compare an SEX24 and you compare one of these to the real thing, you're the monstrous tires on this thing, wheels and tires. And the first thing most people do is go out and buy bigger tires for these. Because why? Why don't they?
And are these people the same ones that say that 2.2s aren't scale?
Same guys. You're right.
Same guys.
Same guys.
Just wondering.
So, they jack them up. They put huge rubber on them. And then they put these brushless combos in, these tiny little brushless combos that are like way overpowered for what these things do. Look, it's not so easy to show you, but there's a good example right there. See how damn bouncy that is? They don't even have oil or grease or anything in the shocks. Like, they're just...
No dampening.
This irritates the crap out of me because they are just so toyish. And they just take off. Everybody loves them. Guys love them. But I think they are so toyish and so cheapish. And yeah, I'll throw it in a bag and take it. But it is not my choice of machine to grab if I'm going to go crawling. I'm not going to grab one of these and go out. I'm going to use one of these when I can't get away from wherever I'm at. Right?
Back up for Annette Granny's house.
That's actually where we ran these last, was at Grandma and Grandpa's house. The kids are like, it's boring there. I'm like, well, they got like a little rock garden out in the front yard, so let's run those. So that's what they did. But even then, my son liked the performance of this and the performance of this, and these are all stock, over this. He thought this didn't drive very good.
That's 24.
Hey? This is his truck, too.
Is that his 24?
This is his.
Yeah, the SCX one.
Yeah, this is the SCX24, but this is actually Maddox's, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it as much as the Element 24, or the Enduro 24, sorry, or the Mini. He drove both of these, he drove them all, and he liked this one was the most realistic for him, the way it handled and drove, because it is quite a bit heavier. This one just performed better out of all three of them. It ran better, but it didn't act real. And this one, you got to do a bunch of stuff to this thing to make it work. It's lurchy. The electronics are not smooth. There's lots of stuff about it that I don't get it. So somebody please tell me. I get the fact you can run it in your house, but it's summer, guys, almost. We're going outside. The last thing I want to do is hide out inside my house and wait.
But that's where you're safe. You're safe in your house.
You might be safe. That's true. You could be safe.
We've got this whole safety thing. Stay at home. It's safe.
Oh yeah, I've got the Coyote. This is the Charisma one as well.
Oh, I told you there's another one at least.
Yeah, I know. I stole the motor combo out of this one, though, for a different truck. So I didn't show you guys that one. And I also have the old Trail Trekkers, okay? So they were warm drives. So I know that there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to complain and say they don't like this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get your point. I understand. You can throw it in your backpack. It's simple. It's convenient. But I do not see it as being... Some people, like, deem these as being the replacement and the new, that they're going to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Supersede? No. They're going to pass the 1/10 scale popularity. And this is where I say you're wrong, because I consider these a gateway drug. You buy one of these little guys, right? You buy one of these little trucks, you go take it out and run it. And I don't know anybody that runs one of these. They might keep it. I'm not saying they get rid of it, but they'll keep it. But every customer we've had in the store that buys these ends up coming in and buying a larger one later.
Or it turns them completely off RC and never seen again.
Or it turns them completely off RC and you never see them again. Because it doesn't do all the cool stuff that they saw in the videos, because they didn't realize that the video that they saw, that guy had twice the cost of the RC into it and accessories and upgrades to make it do that. So that's my take on the 124 scale and the micro scale stuff. I also don't like, everybody talks about you could put a hard body on it, this hard body. I've said my piece on the hard body stuff before. I'm not a believer in hard bodies. I don't think hard bodies do not make any vehicle run better. They make them run worse. And I have seen Lexan bodies, like this body here on the C10 body they put on here is pretty damn close. It's got a actual hard plastic grill. It's not a Lexan grill. Body panels, it's lighter weight. It works. And you can make that pretty realistic. So I'm not a hard body fan. Never will be. I've tried it. I have some. I built some. I still build some. I just don't. I don't
still do it.
They're not the end all be all. Once again, if I'm going to go crawling, unless I have specifically a reason why I need the hard body for the detail, or maybe it's just because I put a lot of time into it and made it look really cool, and now I just want to show it off a little bit. But I would never run a hard body truck as hard as I'd run a Lexan body truck. Ever. With exception to my TF2. And the only reason was because I pretty much just didn't care about the body anymore. So I just said, forget it. I just kept on beating on it till it blew apart. And the box went over that way and the cab went that way. And now I have it chopped up, and I think, you see right there is the cab of it all being butchered and scabbed onto a different chassis. So what do you think? You have a couple of racers. Show me the racers that you've got.
Wow. I gotta get up there.
Let's see if I can find that stupid Mini Z. Stupid Mini Z.
I got this guy. Oh yeah, you might notice a couple new additions to my back wall here.
Oh yes, I seem to recall those. I found two more trucks I'm going to show you guys too.
So I got this one here. But this one here is the race car edition.
Yeah, so that's kind of the same line as the drifter one that I have, but that one's set up for racing and designed to race, right?
Yeah, which I haven't ran it yet, even though I put like hundreds of dollars into this thing. I've got the cool little brushless sensored motor there. Got the little ESC, which is tiny, right here. And then I got the little tiny receiver here, which is pretty cool. But again, I haven't ran it because I got issues with the steering servo. not being standardized and right size screws in it and all that fun stuff. It's my little linkage here, the steering.
Yeah.
It's the wrong size screw.
You're right, Sam. The point of crawlers is a low CG, and having a heavy hard body does run contrary to that, which is part of what happened to the reason why comp crawlers disappeared was because everything went so hard into the scale realm that performance took a wayside to it, and it turned crawling into scale trail stuff, which got very... Scale trail gets old real fast. You can get into it for a bit, but if you're actually enjoying running it more and not pulling out a winch line on every bump and doing all that stuff, then you're going to
go for a walk
performance
without your dog. Instead of walking your dog, you walk your RC. Then you're fine.
Yeah, but even that, you don't want to do that with a scale hard body because you can't go fast enough.
Where you go walking path.
No, well, I don't walk down paths like that. So here's another one I'll show you guys. I forgot I had these ones here too. So this is let's make this guy bigger.
Something else in the collection.
Oh, not that one. I want to go this one. That one. No, this one. Wow, everything's just moving all over the place here. Okay, here we go. This little dude here. Okay. Now Losey's made a whole slew of different body styles and different trucks like this, and these are classified as a 1/28th scale. There are no upgrades that I have found for these other than swapping parts around, but there are no legitimate companies. And when I say legitimate, I mean companies that are picked up by distributors that supply to hobby shops that, for upgrade type parts for these. Okay, this is literally, the motor is right there on the axle. This is as close to toy grade as you can really get. Now, I'm not saying they're not fun to drive around and rip around. You put like 6 of these on a little carpet track that you build in your living room, and you can go through a couple cases of beer and have a great time. I'm sure. But not hobby grade to me. That's my point that I'm getting at. So there's a lot of hype and a lot of... I think the only brand that really has upgrades are the 24 scale crawlers. The drifter that we have, that does have quite a few upgrades. Really hard to find. Because most people will spend... this little thing here, this drift art, when you combine all the electronics in the body and everything, there's $800 Canadian tied up into this so far. It's not done, but there's $800 there. That's a lot of money. When I can go and drop $800 on a 1/10 scale drift chassis and have a really, really nice drifter.
Yeah,
really nice. So I'm going to show you the 6x6 here.
Yeah, you got the 6x6 too.
I'll go over here. Dig through the tickle truck.
A little bit bigger.
So the 6x6 is a little bigger. So this is technically a 1/18th scale. And this is the Atlas, the FMS Atlas 6x6. Does not perform quite as good as I hoped it would. The slightly larger size of it, it does actually handle better. Like smoother, I find. It's really weird. These are worm drive. The SDX 24s are a worm drive on the diffs, which I don't know if you can see it very easily in here. Let me show you. Yeah. See the way that's built on the back diff there?
Yeah.
So right. Oh, I can't point with that. Let's go with this. So right here, this is where the drive shaft is actually coming in, and there's a worm gear in here, and then there's the main spool gear here. So your pumpkin's quite shallow on here. You compare it to the SCX 24 or the Enduro, right? quite a bit different size and axle there. Way more beefy on this guy. Which is why this one here, these axles are the ones that are getting used when guys are building the little 124 scale monster trucks.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys have ever watched, actually, Kevin Talbot just put out a video with a 124 scale monster truck with the Fury Tech chassis and ESC and all that stuff was all combined into it. And he was doing little backflips and stuff with it and proceeded to break that axle. This guy here, they've come out with a bunch of different platforms, got lots of lighting and stuff. There are upgrades you can get for them. Somebody please explain to me, though, why should you get this size rather than getting 1/10 scale? Parts are easier to find. They're easier to swap out. They're easier to work on. They're easier. There's so much stuff.
I got one advantage.
You got a slot car set too, Saba.
One advantage.
What is it?
You can hide them from the wife easier.
Not true. Okay, yeah, maybe I just suck at hiding. I think I suck at hiding. That's probably it. I suck at hiding. You're right. So let's get into... That being said, I do have something to show you guys. It's new.
So Samba said that it's midnight where he's at.
Where are you at?
Where are you at? In the UK? Scale Electrics. I got a couple of those kicking around.
I got some Carreras. Scale Electrics, Carrera, kind of the same thing. Pretty close. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so we showed you all the ones I got here. I'm still trying to find out the hype, and I'm diligently working and buying more and more RCs, buying more of the. You got to have one.
Michael Schumacher edition here.
Let's make you. Oh, I got to bring out that one I got from.
Yeah, want to talk about Scale
That
Electric?
one's nice. That was nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, dropping stuff.
It's very nice, but
I even got my little tiny pit crew guy.
you little pit crew dude. Wow.
And Mr. Muscles.
But I got this guy here. He's also very nice. I mean,
Want to talk about scale and detail?
because it's a slot car, right? So generally they're supposed to stay on the track and they don't usually get blown apart into bits and pieces. The motor details on this thing's amazing.
That's ridiculous.
I heard that there's a company out there, and somebody will correct me eventually because they always do. But there's a company out there that is actually installing radio control sets into these and putting, like, your drive line is already here, basically. So basically what they're doing, this has a custom set of rubber on it.
For racing.
They're like a really funky set of rubber. Like really soft, like a silicone type stuff. Actually leaves a residue on your fingers. But even when you look in there, you see all the ducting and stuff for the motors.
Super scale.
Look at the motor that's in this thing. This one's super simple. This one's analog, so I've never run this one yet. I just got it because it was a Euro truck, and I thought it was cool because it was a Euro truck. Pressured. I got pressured.
Pressured?
Yeah, I got pressured.
I did not pressure you.
Here. This guy over here pressured me into it.
I did not pressure you to do
cool
anything.
car, you're going to want it. And I went, you're right, I do. So I'm going to show you guys something new. And for anybody who is from Canada or North America, this is going to be cool. This is a newly released. So in Canada, we get a lot of stuff from a company called HPD, which is High Performance Distributors. They are the main distributor for Traxxas and other brands in Canada. So they deal with all the brokers and all the customs and all that garbage, and we just order it from them. It comes to us. We don't have to pay a bunch of extra duties and shipping and all that kind of fancy garbage, right? They have picked up a brand by the name of Hobby Plus. Now, you guys probably heard of Hobby Plus before.
The plus being better?
Plus being better. So I'm going to grab the old box here and show you.
Show me the newness.
Just got attacked by a Vanquish chassis.
Was that like the horde falling over on you and you're buried alive?
Yeah, the horde's trying to kill me. Okay, so this is not an RTR. I'm going to put this on screen for you guys. Make it bigger. Yeah. Let's make it bigger. So this guy here, I'll spin it around so you can read it better. Let's give you guys some better light.
CR18.
More light.
So 18th scale, eh?
So
18th scale.
I ordered this quite some time ago. Built this quite some time ago. I ordered this actually from overseas, from Asia. I should got it from Asia Tees to be exactly precise. I got this from Asia Tees. So this is known. This was one of the builder edition one. I wanted to see what the build quality was like and how it felt and how it ran. So I built this one. I haven't painted it yet. And this is the CR10 or CR18. And this would be what was this guy? Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of this. This one was the Harvest. Harvest is the name of this model. So there's the truck, okay? That's the Harvest. It's basically a Power Wagon style looking body. Looks kind of cool, right?
Okay.
Now the problem with this is these instructions. This is what you got for instructions for it, okay? The instructions in here were very bad. English not first language bad. Very hard to understand if you were from North America or Canada or anywhere where you do a lot of English. So they were a little bit dismal, I found. Pretty vague. So I might as well leave this out of the box. I'll leave this one out of the box for now.
Now get a 24. How big is that thing comparison?
Okay, well this is an 18, so it's 18th scale.
18th scale.
18th scale.
And quotation marks.
Let's just go with the most common 24 scale of them all, this guy. And here's the 18th scale. This guy. So there is a difference in size. This is the 18th. This is the 124th. This one was pretty smooth when I ran it. I haven't got a charged battery in it right now. It was pretty smooth. Not bad. Build design is pretty much the same idea. Transmission down low. I actually think this one drives better than this one will because of the wheelbase is longer, so it doesn't flip over as easy and stuff like that. Okay, so there's that. Now, HPD has now started distributing Hobby Plus in Canada. And when they decided to start doing Hobby Plus in Canada, they've completely changed up the packaging. So this is the new Hobby Plus packaging. Let me change the camera, make it bigger. Go there.
Oh,
bigger. There you go. This is the new packaging. They cleaned it up quite a bit. This was a build kit one, older. Hobby Plus build edition includes 2 brass weights, aluminum shocks, all hardware, blah, blah, blah. And all the other instructions all around the outside of the box are very vague because they're translated from Chinese. These ones, they've changed them all up, changed the packaging so they're better for display. This is what we got. Built. This is an RTR. It's an 1/18 scale. But they have taken all of the instructions and they've really cleaned up the box, the packaging, the labeling, everything on here. Cleaned it all up so it's a lot nicer to sell. We have this one because I'm going to unbox this one and we're going to put this little guy through its paces here tomorrow or the next day or the next couple days. Then run it.
See what it does in the real world.
See how it does in the real world. And then I expect to see all of you guys flocking in to buy it because it's not a 120. It's not a 110 scale. Weirdos. So you open up the packaging now. Let's open up the instructions. And let's actually read the new instructions and see how much they've been improved. I know they went through a lot of work to change up the instructions so they're easier for English people to understand. Not that I'm dissing Chinese people, but reading translated instructions is really, really frustrating sometimes. So that's the new packaging. Pretty nice.
Ooh, what's going on the hood in that thing?
This has got that super cool, like
a shaker hood,
shaker style hood kind of thing going. Yeah.
And then something else too. It's like a shaker with a extra.
Yeah. Let's do this here. Okay. Get out my cutters. Where are my cutters? We'll use these ones. So the packaging is pretty decent. The truck has some weight to it. I'm impressed with that. I like that.
Hold on a second there. What's that looking like to the SCX24 right there for size-wise? Okay, still bigger. Just looked like it was almost the same size.
So this is the 18th. This is the build one that I did from them.
Okay.
Now, I talked to High Performance about these, and I asked them, are they going to bring in the build sets, the build kit versions? They said they were going to look into it and check on it. I'm not going to say that the build experience of this truck was super great because it wasn't. The screws are all Phillips heads. Oh. They're all very hard to get in. They cross-threaded easy. Some of them broke the heads right off. They're pretty cheap hardware that they come with in a little build kit. It does run good, and it's not bad that way, but not like some of the not build quick quality that I would expect or that I'd like to see. So the new radio is a 2.4 gigahertz FHSS again. These are very similar. This is the Enduro 24.
All right, here comes a horde of controllers.
So this truck here, this is the controller for it, and this is the controller, so they're very similar. This one is all push button style, and this one's all dial style. That's pretty much it. Throttle trim, steering rate, steering. Okay, so this one does not. Okay, it does have it, but I think you have to switch it over in the programming. So you can do steering, driving rate, and throttle, but you have to probably cycle through the buttons. Once again, I'm going to have to read the instructions to figure that out. And that is also the same controller that you would find in that FMS Atlas. Pretty much the exact same controller again. So,
yeah, look at that hood, up close and personal.
Up close and personal on the hood.
Yeah, look at that. Also got his teeth in the grill.
It's got angry eyes, just to piss off all the Jeep lovers. I like that, pissing off the Jeep lovers. That's great.
The angry edition,
right? There's no foam in these tires again. Same with this. There were no foam. Oh, actually, no, there were no foams in the build kit one either.
What about the shocks? Are they aluminum on that one as well?
No, they're plastic body. Let's pop this body off here when I figure out how. I'm asking so many questions. I don't know how to work this thing. Where is the... There's got to be a trick to it here. It goes up there. What do we have here? There it is. So that is part of the reason why the hood's on there like that. Is actually the body release. That's kind of cool. I don't like that. So you basically have to disconnect this wire every time you want to be able to flip the body all the way open. It does hinge. It hinges on the bumper. That's nice. So the whole bumper is moving. So if you did put lights in the bumper and everything, you would be moving them with. Another nice thing that they did that a lot of companies don't do is if you look at the wiring for the lights, that's going to the lights that are actually in the grill. Isn't that amazing?
Huh.
Because you know who didn't do that? These guys didn't do that. These guys put their light in bumper and put no lights in the headlights. It looks stupid.
But it's easier for them to do it, so.
Right. Oh, and also they cheaped out and didn't put any taillights in.
Always forward, never back.
Just saying, man. Just saying. So it's friction style shocks. There's nothing stopping this from bouncing. I do like this body. I'm glad I picked this one. Looks to me like it's got the same style body mount front and rear. So they're a clip style in here.
Okay.
So it's just a little, it's almost like Traxxas and some of the brands where they just make the slot slides in and the slot slides in. And then as you can see, there's the piece in the hood. If I can get it in there close enough where you guys can see it. So when you slide this piece on the top, in and back, right? Make you guys bigger. There. You slide this in and slide it back. And that's your release for your hood. That's cool. I like that. Now, once again, I'm doing here what everybody always does. Nobody ever reads the instructions right off the bat when they take these things out of the box, right? Why would you do that?
So that receiver, is that receiver and ESC all in one?
It is. ESC RX all built into one. Made in China. It does have a LiPo switch, so you can change the battery from LiPo to nickel metal hydride. It is already in LiPo position because the battery comes, it's a LiPo that comes in the kit.
That's cool.
So let's see what we got for juice on this thing. What's this? This is chunk cardboard. Doesn't matter. Let's see what we got for juice in this thing. Get out my big adult skizzers. Okay, let's check this out. Now, these are basically written here, and then reproduced and redistributed. So it's the same battery. There's a 600 there, 600 here, same battery. So they haven't changed any of the hardware stuff or any of the actual components. It is unfortunately still Phillips head. All the hardware on it is all Phillips head. The frame rail is different a little bit. Not much, though. But I do think I could probably change that motor out and put a different manufacturer motor in there, possibly. Like some of the upgrade ones you can get for the SX24s and such. They are offering you, there's a bind plug in here. And there is, it says here, hard. So these are stiffer springs for this. I don't think I would put the stiffer springs in right now. What I am going to do before I take it for a run, well, I'll take it for a run originally without doing anything to it, just to see how it works and how it handles. Get this in the shot. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm going to take it out for a run originally without the stiffer springs and without doing anything to it at all. I'm just reading what this says. So this controller is pretty basic. Its input is 5 volt, 1 amp. So 1 amp would work off of the small blocks that you get with your cell phones and stuff.
Not the fast chargers, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fast
I don't know if this cuts it down or not, or if it would overheat. I've never tried it actually in a faster charger. I should try it and see if it blows it up.
Yeah.
We should try that. You're right. And then this is your regular, this plugs into your balance port. So this plugs into here. And then this plugs into, I got a board right here.
Is that like a standard size balance board?
See there. Okay.
It's like a standard size
yes.
balance board plug, so you plug it right into a charger?
Yep.
Nice.
If your charger does that. I've got a couple chargers that I would love to be able to charge my battery that way, but it won't charge just through the balance board. The iCharger is one of them. I can't get it to switch. I'm sure there's a way, but once again, these are translated instructions for that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And that's why I can't figure it out. So these are the new instructions. So they've come out with a very nice, they fixed all of the typos and such, is what they tell me. There's still some Chinese in here, though. But it's way more. You've got your parts lists in here, your full part sheet over here now. Spare parts, body installation. This is telling you about your electronics. Gear mesh even gives you some pointers on gear mesh. That's handy. Your control rate. Steering trim control rate. Press the throttle trigger down. Okay, I see that. Oh, there's the Chinese. That's all Chinese.
Turn it around.
Yeah, just read it upside down. Come on now. So they are carrying the Hobby Plus line. They changed up the packaging so it's all English and French and stuff, so it's legal for sale in Canada. And they are also stocking all of the upgrades that Hobby Plus sells for their trucks. So brass, your steering knuckles and stuff like that you want to beef up or strengthen or whatever. I know that this shares a lot of parts with the CR24 line. So they have two scales from Hobby Plus. They have the 1/24ths and they have the 18ths. And this is an 18th. And the only reason I got this one is because I like this body. I like this body more than the other ones that they have. They have, I'll show you.
What else do they have?
The box. What do they have? Where is the box? These are your choices. Harvest in 2 colors. This is the Jeepish, which is not being called a Jeep.
Angry
They have
Jeep.
Convoy, right?
Oh.
They have the Convoy, and then they have, what do they call that one? The Rushmore, which is kind of a Bronco-ish style, I guess international kind of look. International Scout Bronco-ish kind of thing. The headlights aren't quite right? But the body lines are similar.
So it's kind of like what Proline does with the body. Kind of looks like this. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, but then they try and claim it as officially licensed. So if it's officially licensed, why did they go so vague on their body? Right? So they do have internal beadlock rims on these guys, which is nice. You can pull these wheels apart. They're 1 inch, the same as the other brands. I actually have a 1 inch beadlock here. So let's see how close are they actually. Yeah, the rim size is the same. This outer part is going to be a little bit larger, mostly because that goes inside and
the locking mechanism.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rims, so you can put these on.
So 24th and 18th scale, same size tires.
Came with a nice little wrench. So let's pull this off and take a look here. I want to see if I can put a different make of tire on here right off the bat.
With a 2.4 tire on there?
Well, any of the 1 inch wheels. Holy. Okay, so you look at the inside hex, they look to be exactly the same.
Was that like a 7 mil hex in there, or?
Yep. So here's a RC 4-wheel drive wheel. Yeah, bolts right on. Bolts right on. Boom.
Boom, upgrade. Or a downgrade.
I'm not going to tighten this all the way because this wrench doesn't work with these wheel nuts that are on this, but there we go, man. We skipped leg day. So the stock tires, RC 4-wheel drive tires. I'd like to see. It would have been nice if there was some kind of coverage inside, so you didn't get that openness in the chassis. But whatever. Snorkel kit is nice. Body details are nice. I will probably have them broken off in about 5 minutes. The tires feel like fairly decent soft rubber.
Gotta be soft and lightweight, right?
There's going to be a lot of crinkle on there, though. A lot of crinkle. Crinkle McFly going on there.
Yeah, look at Samba's comment there.
Hey. A toy plus. Yes. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not trying to diss these guys in the hobby plus line, but the whole 124 scale micro crawler scene, mini crawler scene, 1/18 scale, I still it just baffles me. They're a fun toy. That's what I classify them. But if I was going to get into serious crawling, this would not be my choice. And then you guys can see inside there's the bead lock mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
On that tire.
I just love the screws in there as well. Ugh.
Phillips, and Phillips.
American.
It was not American, though. This is Chinese.
I know, but they put the American bolt heads on there.
It's because they're so cheap they can't give them away.
Horrible, horrible.
They are cheap. That's why they use them on everything.
It's like my Tamiya. I did not put it together until I got a screw kit with proper hardware.
I know. Every time. I hate these screw kits.
How can I say?
Okay, I'm going to unplug this real quick, and I'm just going to give this a quick little run on the bench, just so we can see what kind of throttle trigger it's got. Now, what it did not come with.
Double A's.
Triple A's. It does have the detachable handle again, just like all the associated ones. So I'm pretty sure they're all manufactured in the same factory. Which is cool if you're going to throw it all in your backpack and you need to, scrunch it all down. Triple A's. Time to get out my brick of cheap triple A's.
NXT for the win.
NXT for the win. Okay, so my brick of cheap triple A's.
But what I find amazing is that it has the 1-inch tire, 16th scale, 24 scale, same thing, 1-inch wheels.
Yeah, the only company that didn't do that.
4-wheel drive.
The only company that changed that up was RC 4-wheel drive. And unfortunately, their truck, if you look at the sales for it and everything, is just a dud. Nobody wants it. Nobody's buying it.
I just find that funny.
They missed the mark on that one somehow. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's turn on a light. Oh, we got blinky lights. Oh, I'm over here. We got blinky lights, little bright lights. Bright lights. So that's on. I don't like elastic bands like this for my batteries. And the reason for that is these batteries are thick usually. So I find these a little bit of a pain in the butt to get over the battery to start with. I prefer little Velcro straps. That's just me. I also find that after these sit for a while, when I say a while, I mean like a year or more, I also find they start to crack and deteriorate. All right, so I got to plug this guy in here. I don't like these plugs. I find them very, very fragile. I wish companies would change it up to something more robust for a battery plug connection. But they don't. Let's turn on some lights.
What's going on, Got Frog?
Hey, we got more people. Okay, so we got this guy here. Now, I've got these super, I don't know if you guys can see it. See that groove?
I'll be right back.
That is where your body's actually supposed to line up and fit right in there, which is cool, except it's pretty small. So, okay, so before I am an idiot and forget to turn this all on, I can reach, okay, you can reach up in here and turn it all on. Oh, those are bright lights. So I do like this. So we close this up and then you push the hood latch forward and the body is now closed. Now, you want to see these epic bright lights?
Ooh.
Ah, angry. Grr. And the taillights. Now let's see. Does anything change with the taillights when we drive it?
Oh, yeah.
We have the trigger here. It's quiet.
Oh, turning.
You see, there's nothing changes. Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
So let's see what we got here for driving. It's not terrible. You're going to want to put some foams in those tires because they are just folding right over.
Yeah.
Let me bring you guys down here so you can see this. Okay, when I turn the wheel, can I drive this one-handed? Probably not. Turn this one-handed and watch how much tire flex we get here. See that? See how much it folds?
Lots of push in there.
There's a lot of push there. Like it's, if you look at this, look at that. So foams are highly recommended. Luckily, they're not glued. So, adding foams or something to this shouldn't be that hard. There are not a lot of companies out there offering foams. I will tell you that you can go to Canadian Tire and buy a foamy for camping. And depending on what your sewing skills are like, you could probably cut it up and make your own tire foam without an issue.
What about the other brands that come with the other tires, like Proline? They've got the other tires that do not come with foams with them as well?
RC four-wheel drives all come with foams, but the tire size is so different, right? Like we're not even close to the same size. So you might be able to find a set of tires off of an RC four-wheel drive, but they don't sell them separate. They sell them with other tires. So you'd have to buy a complete other set of tires. Even the build one that I did, right? Even this build one I did didn't have foams in it. And now if you squish it hard enough, it doesn't come back. So there's that. So what do you guys think? What do you think?
Well, I think it's kind of funny how they run in same tire size, 24 and the 16th. Kind of weird.
Or 1/18th or whatever they're calling
1/18th, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the bigger size.
I like the bigger size.
So I've been a fan of the bigger size platform. 24, I find it really small, and yeah.
Let's look at this.
Tire size.
The tires are the same.
Yeah.
Try and get this centered for you guys better. Basically the same. Same. This on all of them. Just
Need to add some kind of friction silicone in there.
Wow, put some grease in them or something, right? But the price points are right for it. But not a lot of speed. That is a 2S LiPo battery that's in there.
It's supposed to be a crawler, so not supposed to go too fast.
And we'll have to do the endpoints on here a bit. Because she's kind of tweaking things all over the place here.
You know what I would do if I was there? I'd challenge you to a race, probably.
With what?
The SX24. We'll race them all.
You race everything, man. You race everything. Why are you always in a hurry?
Just want to see which one goes faster.
I'm going to stay behind you so I can come after you with my angry eyes.
And teeth.
I'm going to paint those teeth.
You should.
Paint them white.
Do it. I dare you.
With some coffee stains. I'm glad to see somebody in North America, well, not North America, in Canada, that's going to actually stock and distribute a smaller micro brand, mini brand, micro brand.
I guess that's the only one, right? Because the 24 is out of the States.
The SCX24 is out of the States, correct. What else we got? We got the SCX24. You got the no, they stock the Element Enduros, the Enduro 24s. They do stock those. There's only the two body styles. There's the Forerunner stylish looking one, and then there's this one here. And all they really do is offer them in different colors. There's this guy.
Classic.
Well, where are we? Here, this guy. Right. Okay. Let's open this up again. Take this battery out again. Turn off that switch. And let's top this battery up with its charge here.
3 days later.
The nice thing about the elastic bands holding the little batteries in is that they pull out easy, which might not be a good thing really when you're on the trail, but whatever. Okay, that is it charging. Got a light. Now I got a blinking light. Okay, we're charging. We're good. All right, so that's that on the new Hobby Plus. What is this model guy? This guy is called the Kratos. So the Jeep-looking ones are called Kratos.
Kratos to you, too, my friend.
Kratos.
Kratos
like
and
it.
salutations.
I do like it, but I'm still with the whole mini scene. I still find it very not hobbyish, not hobby grade. But I think
by the horde that you have, you don't mind it
because I have others.
Because you have others.
Well, if I get tired of this and I don't like it and I want to go run something else, I'm going to come home, throw the battery pack in a different one, and go. For some of you guys, this may be your new gateway drug, and you started off. This is yeah. Trim the body a little bit to make this fit. I do like the fact that this is a concealed body pin in here, or a body clip like this. It limits your options, though.
Well, you could bolt that onto another vehicle, couldn't you?
Yeah, but you got to cut a hole in the hood and make that fit on there. So that's neat. It looks good on this, but you're going to have to cut a hole in the hood and put something else on. I guess you could always just put Velcro on there or change up. I don't see any body post options. Although I'm sure there will be, because this is the Harvest version and it's body posts on this, right?
Yeah.
So the 118, I'm leaning more to 118ths, I guess.
For now.
Maybe one more 118th. I haven't painted this guy up yet. That's why I got to pull it apart. But I have this one pulled apart because I wanted to change the color on it because I don't like this gray. But this is the RC four-wheel drive Gironde 118th. So
was that one more like 24th in size?
Well, I don't know. Just let me change the screen here for you guys so you can see this guy again. Bring him over there. I wish I would go back to the setting it was at the first time I clicked it off, but it doesn't do that. Okay, so this is a 4-door Jeep, right?
Yeah.
Let's find something here to put underneath here so this sits up better. Okay, this is a 2-door Jeep. I don't know if you guys can see that very well or not. Okay, so you see the differences there. The wheel size on this is huge. This is the RC four-wheel drive Gironde. The doors themselves, the front door on this one is actually smaller than this one. There is no back door, as you can see. So that's why the wheelbase is shorter. So proportionately wise, these two are pretty close.
Well, that's kind of how the old Jeep was, though. The older style Jeep, they didn't have big wheels on them.
Right. But we're comparing right now. We're comparing 2-wheel drive or 2-door to 4-door.
And newer Jeeps have bigger tires on them.
Yes. For the love of God, I hate this stupid thing. This thing's servo is just junk. Doesn't want to move. So we're. This is the newer body style, right? This is an older. This is like a CJ, JK body style. We're getting up into JLs and stuff up here.
Like Dave style Jeep.
No, that would be square headlights. These are still around.
Oh,
This is like Wayne's.
One era older.
Yeah. When I'm done with it, it's going to look like Dave's, the square headlights. Because I'm 3D printing a new grill for this guy. Because got's all my printers back now, so I can do that stuff. So that's pretty much the unboxing of that. I'm impressed with, they did change up the boxing. It is nicer boxing than the other one. The other one was not very exciting to look at. And then I'm going to get a run video of this thing maybe later today even. I don't know. It's still pretty nice out right now. So looks about right. The gray one is just with the up. Gateway drug was a techno. I know. And I can't believe you blew apart your stripped your spur gear that bad. But that's what happens. Okay, so right now I'm going to let's get into the new stuff in RC.
Yeah, what's new?
What's new? Let's change the screen back to normal. Boom, there we are.
I heard what was new. He's like, what's new? I'm coming over.
I need to come over and get in your way.
Get in your way. You're going to do something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's new?
Let's talk about the new stuff in RC. Where did I put it?
Yes, it nice.
There it is.
No.
The first thing we got, J Concepts have released a short course version of the landmine tires that everybody is. They're putting landmine tires on everything. Everything.
It's like the Hydrix.
It's like a Hyrax, yeah. They put landmine tires on the UD4 or UDR, the Traxxas UDR as well. So there's that. I think it's going to be a pretty good performing tire. I don't know why they picked that body. It's probably the ugliest body they've got. This is probably the biggest news of the week. Traxxas has now released what they're calling the Extreme Upgrade Kit. So everything you're seeing laying there on the ground is what comes in the kit. The value for the kit that I saw so far, Canadian dollar wise, was around 168 Canadian. I'm not sure what the US value is. So you're getting beefed up drive shafts. You're getting more flexible suspension. You're getting your knuckles and everything are stronger, beefier. Your suspension towers are beefier. Everything about it is all beefed up. But I think the biggest key point on this is going to be the fact that your drive axles are all beefed up.
But I still didn't fix that one problem. The problem.
Which one?
The one where the transmission goes into the back. That one bearing always pulls up.
Yeah, but this is only for the 4-wheel drives.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I have the problem.
Right. They haven't fixed that problem. I know which one you're talking about now.
You know what I'm talking about.
But this is basically like a kit that you can buy. So you buy a truck and you're like, what's going to break on this? And you say, here, take this, and all this stuff is stuff that's known to break. So you take that kit, you go home, you break it, and then you break an A-arm, and you go, hey, how come they didn't include an A-arm? I don't know. Why didn't you include A-arms, Traxxas?
Yeah.
That's like the one thing that I think is missing out of that kit would be A-arms and links.
Just RPM does it better. Just saying, RPM does it better.
I personally think that it's going to be A-arms and your links are the only two things that really should have been added to that as well. But whatever. Now you can color coordinate whatever you want to do. These are new from Endura. These are double shock. Double shock. No. They're really long SCX 24 shocks. SCX 24, 124 scale. I don't know. They call them SCX 24.
Telescoping ones?
Yes, telescoping. That's the word I was looking for. I don't have the other chart in front of me here today.
So telescopic down even more.
Right. And then they've also released them with the they claim functioning reservoir. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to get some and see. They come in some different color schemes. Also, Triel has released some high clearance links for the Gladiators. So basically,
that's like the longest wheelbase, right?
Yeah, it's like it's 2 centimeters longer than your average. This is the new Emo 6x6 that they come up with for Cross RC. Only a few teaser pictures here and there. Not a lot of stuff out there on it yet. I'm sure they will release it very soon. And I'm hoping that they took some of the stuff they've learned from their military 6x6s and installed it into the center diff so that their pass-through axle's got some strength to it. I hope. But Maybe. We'll see. As was just a teaser. This is Montec. This is called the Trifu. It is basically a GT12 body. It's a Lambo one. Trofeo. That's the word. Duh. So that's their new, yeah. And if you can notice, it looks to me like it's actually mounted on a GT that's running rubber.
Yeah.
By the looks of it to me.
That's cool.
So for the guys that are looking at that GT12 class, because it's kind of a smaller, faster scale spec, you got some body choices coming out finally.
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple out there. There's a few out there.
Yeah. SSD has jumped on the bandwagon to release parts and diff covers like everybody does. They all start out with diff covers for the SCX6.
Okay, that diff cover looks hilarious.
So, and if you want
around and then also squares.
Well, that's actually for deflection. Like if you were to hit it on a rock or whatever, there's more meat there. And in real life ones, they actually have that too.
It looks funny.
It does look funny.
It's getting dipped into fluid.
Yeah, right. It does look funny, but it's got a reason to it.
It's got some functionality to it.
And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot of new stuff. I mean, there was the Losi 2.2 that was released last week. We kind of touched on real quick.
22.4 X4.
Hey.
4-wheel drive buggy.
4-wheel drive buggy. I read some reviews. Some guys liked it. Some guys didn't like it. Yeah, I don't know.
What about the other one, the Hobby Wing?
Oh, yeah. That actually just came out after I submitted this thing that I've got actual more information. So Hobby Wing has now put out a G4. So they've gone from G1 to G2 to G3 to G4. So I'll get more specs on that, and I'll actually get the actual specs and stuff, not just the sneak release stuff that they've shown me so far.
25% more cooler.
Yeah. I'll put that all on next week.
Sweet.
Yeah. I didn't want to get too crazy this week because I know you needed to get going today.
Yeah.
So, Godfrog, you're asking why we're early. We are early because of you guys. Partially.
Mostly this guy.
Mostly this dude over here because he needed to go somewhere this evening and wasn't going to be around. But secondly, I noticed that a lot of the viewers we're getting are coming from the East Coast after the fact. Like after we've already streamed our live stream, then we get live people coming on and watching it after. And I'm wondering, and we're testing and trying to see if maybe that's because when we start our show at 7 o'clock Pacific time, that's basically 10 o'clock Eastern time, which is too late for a lot of people.
We
Plus,
want you
there
to
are
be
some other
included.
shows. Hey,
We want you to be included.
we want you to be included. And there are also some other shows out there that are running at the same time that talk kind of about the same stuff ish. So we're cooler. But, they talk about kind of it. Made from the very finest Chinesium. Yes. Very finest Chinesium. So hopefully you guys tell your friends and let everybody know we're going to start doing some more 4 o'clock ones. The locals here will probably be like, why didn't you have your show on at a normal time? Well, because...
And then we might need to change it to 5, or we'll play around with the times until we find
play
something.
around with the time a little bit here and there. 5 o'clock might be better. Then they can catch the tail end of it at least, maybe. I don't know. Who knows, right? Like, it's hard to get everybody. I mean, Samba's out in England, so it's going to be the wrong time for you no matter what. Because what time do we have? We'd have to do it like 6 a.m. to be a reasonable time for him. Almost,
well, noon o'clock would be all right.
Yeah, noon o'clock-ish, right? So, hey, we're trying.
Hour.
We're trying. I'm going to try and invite some guests on also and do some guest interviews of some people here in the next little while. ZD Racing lost the spring holder. Ooh. Where do you find parts for a ZD Racing? Like, really? Where do you find parts for ZD Racing? I don't know where you buy parts for ZD Racing other than like ordering them directly online right to you. Oh, 9th of May. That's like painful. Painful.
Really?
Okay, so what do you want to add? Oh, I do have something to add for anybody who tunes in from local later. Anybody tuning in local later, the U4 Racing is happening in a new location tomorrow, or rock bouncing. And I haven't told our host this, but I'm calling it Corny's Raceland. That's what I'm going to label it as. Corny's Off-Road Park. There we go. It's got some pretty cool stuff. We went out there. A lot of the stuff was built with a tractor, so it should be epic.
So I guess I should probably change these tires off there, eh?
That won't make it anywhere on this.
You sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Paddles? It's Mohawk fronts?
I know. Yeah, maybe leave the paddle tires on it, actually. Because I don't think it'll make it anywhere. I'd be really cool video to see if it does. But Wayne said he might lend you a truck to have a spare bomber for you to use or something for a bit.
Yeah, that's what he told me yesterday.
Just so that you can actually have something 4-wheel drive and compete.
Yeah, but it's funny when I can make this thing go further than some people's 4-wheel drive.
Right? Yeah.
It's fun. And then that 1 in the 20th chance I actually make the whole course. But with careful editing, we can make it look like I did.
Like you did it first try every time, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
can get everybody's face. What? You need 4-wheel drive? I got 2. That's all you need, 2.
I'm going to, let's see here. See if I download some pictures on here. Maybe I can show you guys. I took some pictures of the course last night to post up. Oops, wrong button. I hit the wrong damn button again.
That doesn't sound good.
There we go.
What if I stripped that servo?
Did you strip a servo?
I could have.
That's bad.
Sounds like it.
That's bad.
Unless it's really, 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 really easy to turn. So you were out there yesterday checking out Wayne's land?
I was out there building until 8 o'clock last night.
Nice.
Well, actually, no. I left there at 8:30.
I thought you were with wife in town.
Oh, yeah, and then I came back, and then I went back, and then
Jesus.
I did a lot of traveling around yesterday. I did a lot of ripping around yesterday.
You were everywhere yesterday. At the cabin.
All right, so let's make this bigger here. So these are some of the shots that I got from yesterday, just so you guys can check it out. Let's do this one over here.
There we go.
So yeah.
That's a nice glamour shot.
Right? I was going to put that one up on the poster for the event page to make the event.
Nice tires on there, eh?
Yeah, that's those are the Pitbull Tremcos that they came out with. Pretty badass looking tires, I think.
Pretty awesome looking.
And you take a look right here. This is all concrete slab, and it's on a pretty decent angle. And one of the courses that we built goes way up to the very top up here. Way up in the very top. You got to clear that up top. It's going to be fun. It'll be a cool video.
Better be. We got some log in there.
Got some log action. We got dirt action. We got concrete slabs. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Nice.
Right? Well, there's that new little guy.
All right.
That's the one we finished building on. Well, that's how far I got it built on Friday. I didn't put the stickers on, but I got the rest of it done. And I ripped it around on the floor with my gigantic battery, but I did find a smaller battery that will fit it now. So
yeah, I need one of these ones.
That's what I got. That's exactly what I got. But that one is reading weird. It doesn't want to take a charge, but it's still reading full voltage on all the cells. It says connection error every time I try to charge it. So that's where I was trying to charge it to the balance port and see if I could actually get it to do that instead and see if the connection error was something else. But whatever, I'm going to run it till it goes dead, and then I'll fumble around and make it charge or something later. Fortunately, it's a Venom battery, so there's no such thing as warranty left on that guy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, no warranty for that guy. Really? I thought I brought that little thing down here, too. Yeah. Anyway, what else we need to tell you? You got anything else you got to add? For anybody that missed the stream, sorry, we started early. We're trying something new. We're juggling times around to try and make it so it's easier for everybody to tune in. Oh, you're dropping things and making noises, dude.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Sounds like a song. Isn't that a song? Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
So I sang one a little different. I sing it. I was farting on the sofa. Not me farting on the sofa. Wasn't me. Even farted louder. What? I gotta find some tires to throw on this thing again.
Okay, so I just got a notification from our supplier for Traxxas, and there has now been a price reduction on all the original two-wheel drive Traxxas products and all the ones that didn't come with LEDs. So they've released the 2022 versions now with LED lights and such. The older models are all now getting price reduced.
Huh.
Boom.
There we go.
Nice. Cool. And what else we got going on here? That's pretty much it. Just checking my emails before we call her, because we started earlier today. So normally I get emails about 6, 7 o'clock at night during our stream. So I'm trying to see if any of them come flying through, but they're not. I also discovered that ordering from N2C from Canada is not a good idea. Is there actually an M2C in Canada? I didn't realize there was even an M2C in Canada. I'll look into that and see, because if there is, I'm going to see what I can do. What does M2C have in Canada? Or are you talking ordering from M2C in Canada? Because they'll charge you a whole ton of duties and extra stuff to bring it across the border. There's a supplier, okay? I'll find it. Or send me a link to it. Shoot me a message and tell me what the link is. Because M2C is basically the one that everybody's buying all these parts for anything that's made by Arma or any of these companies that have aluminum chassis plates, and they're uppers, they're making stronger axle shafts, they're making stronger everything.
M2C. I thought that was like a little
RC Eliminator, yeah, they're out of Winnipeg. I'll take a look and see. Let's see here. RC Eliminator say. Let's look.
Remind me, I'm just changing tires.
Because they might not be actually a supplier. They might just stock them. Or they could be doing what some companies have been doing lately, which is claiming they have it in stock and showing it on their website. And then when you order it, it gets basically drop shipped from the supplier to you.
Sounds about right.
There's a whole bunch of companies. M2C, M2C.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm seeing all their M2C stuff they've got. They claim to have 123 products on their lineup. Now, out of curiosity, holy God. Oh. Oh.
What's that?
Price sticker shock. It's just killing me.
Huh. That good, eh?
M2C Arma Outcast. Just looking like straight down the list, right off the bat, the Arma Outcast 6S V5, so that's the 1/8 scale, Ultimate Beefcake Kit. Now, this is consisting of there are basically every metal piece has been replaced by something manufactured by M2C. It's got a chassis plate. It's got all your suspension pins, shock towers, braces for the chassis, a whole bunch of stuff. But it's like $776 Canadian. Canuckaroos, but that's still pretty damn expensive. The Arma Outcast kit for the V3, which is the older version, for the V3, V4, that's $885. The Creighton kit is ranging anywhere from $670 to $885. Damn. Huh. You ought to pay to play for the expensive stuff.
Oh.
I'll see what we got. I'll research into that a bit more and see if I can get anything here. Because they're not showing as being the supplier. They're just showing as somebody who stocks it. Whew. Man, what are you doing?
I'll get my car ready to go for tomorrow.
I'm hearing beep, 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 chit-chatting and chalking away to me.
Yeah.
Chalking's a fancy term. Okay, man. Well, I'm going to let you finish tinkering with that. What else we got to talk about? Nothing. We're racing tomorrow. And if I can get, I don't think it will happen, though, but if I could get strong enough Wi-Fi signal, I might stream a little bit of live from it, but I don't get very good signal there, which is kind of crazy because I'm literally on the side of a mountain that overlooks all of Vernon. You can't get cell phone signal. How pathetic is that?
Only in Canada.
Only in Canada. Okay, man. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We're going to call her a night because you've got somewhere to be, and I got to go eat dinner now. So I might actually get to eat dinner tonight.
You eat dinner tonight. Look at that.
Amazing. That's so cool. And stay tuned. You guys will see this little dude out on the trail here very shortly, along with a bunch of other videos and other things. I don't have to run up to cabins and clean things. I can actually get some editing done now. Yay! Oh, yeah, my stuff I've been waiting for on my laptop should have arrived today.
Nice.
Waiting on this package from Amazon, my adapter thingy, so I can make faster computer. So thanks, Gut Frog. Thank you, Sama. And to all you other guys that didn't tune in, it's busy, Liz. All right, man. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Next time.
And